Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kassa Yakhuza. I'm student in English Education Department in Syarif Hidayatullah Jakarta. I would like to present my book. The title is Language Curriculum Design. The author is Nation and John Macalister. The publisher is Madison in New York in 2010. I chose this book because I am a student in department in English education. Second is I'm concerned in system of education, especially curriculum in Indonesian. I have a dream to make a curriculum in Indonesian good and better than before. So I learned from this book. Okay. Book have 12 chapters. The first chapter is talking about language curriculum design on overview. In this chapter, the writer provides an overview of chapter 2 to 8, which are the main points that in a curriculum design process. There are some parts in chapter, such as considering the environment, discovering needs, following principle, goals, content and sequencing, finding format, and presenting material, monitoring and assessing, evaluating course. Curriculum design can be seen as a kind of writing activity, and as such, it can usually be studied a process. The second chapter is environment analysis. This chapter provides the environment analysis. Environment analysis involves looking at the factor that will have strong effect on this decision about the goals of the course, what to include the course, and how to teach and assess it. This factor can arise from the learner and the teacher, and teaching and learning situation. Environment analysis is also called situation analysis or constraint analysis. Environment analysis considered for environment analysis considering the factor of situation in which the course will be used and determining how the course should take account of them. One way of approaching environment analysis is to work from a list of questions which focus on the nature of the learner, the teacher, and the teaching situation. A third chapter needs analysis. This chapter provides how to analyze the need of the student in learn. The aim of this part of the curriculum design process is to discover what needs to be learned and what the learner wants to learn. Need analysis is directed mainly at the goal and the content of the course. It examines what they learn know already and what they need to know. Need analysis make sure that the course will contain relevant and useful things to learn. In this chapter, third chapter, had a various focus in three. First, necessities. Two, like. And third, wants. What the learner think they use. The fourth is principle. Principle following principle provide the part of curriculum design is to decide how a learning to be encouraged. There are some part of this chapter. There are a method on principle and 20 principle. In this chapter, have a three principle. The first one, the importance of a repetition and thoughtful processing of material. The second principle is on the importance of taking account of individual difference of learning style. The third, on a learner attitude and motivation. A fifth chapter, goals, content, and sequencing. This chapter is aimed to give information about the part of curriculum design process is to make a list of the item to teach in order in which they will be taught. Content and sequence must take account to be environment in which the course will be used, the need of the learner and principle of teaching and learning. This chapter also presents information about some factors to consider teaching and learning. The sixth chapter, format and presentation. The part of this book is provide the part of curriculum design process to choose the teaching and learning technique and design the lesson plan. Yes, lesson plan. Format and presentation part of the curriculum design process that the data generated from needs and environment analysis. And the principle chosen to maximize a learning come together in activities that involve the learner. Format and presentation must be take account of the environment in which the course will be used, the needs of a learner and principle of teaching and learning. The seventh chapter is a monitoring and assessment. The aims of this part of curriculum design process is to decide what to test and how to test it. Monitoring and assessment can have both information and effective goals. The eighth is evaluation. The aims of this part of the curriculum design process is to decide how to check if the course is successful and where it needs to be improved. 9 of the chapter is approaches and curriculum design. This about starting point for a curriculum design and where to covering step. The 10th chapter, negotiation syllabus. This chapter gives us information how to give learner a say in the design and running of a course. A negotiated syllabus involves the teacher and learner working together to make decisions of many of the part of the curriculum design process. And then adopting an existing course book. Yes, in this chapter, we look the relationship between the teacher and existing course book. This chapter aims to help teacher and clarify the role that the course book, the learner play in the curriculum design process, and aims to provide teacher and rational approach to follow when deciding adopt or adapt course book. 12 is introducing change. The minds of this part of the curriculum design process is to get a teacher and learner accept to new course. To change exciting course curriculum design concert with the creating a language course and course material, but it's also concert with a selection of texts and other material for course, and with adapting and editing exciting course. 13th chapter is planning and service course. In service course involve a teacher and development after initial teacher training and after the teacher have had some teaching experience. This chapter provide about future and effective workshop include goals, content, and presentation. And then the next is chapter teaching and curriculum design. It is the last chapter from this book. After working through this chapter, you should be able to help teacher and learner get the best out of a course. This chapter also about environment analysis, need analysis, principal goals, content and sequencing, format and presentation, monitoring and assessment, evaluation and curriculum design, and learner autonomy. I think it's enough for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.